So a group of related genera with less number of similarities as compared to genus and species are grouped under a taxonomic category called as family. So families are characterized on the basis of both vegetative as well as reproductive features of plant species. Now you take the example here, there are three different genera, Solanum, Nicotiana and Datura. They are all placed under one family called as Solanaceae because of the few similar characteristics among themselves. Families, assemblage of families which exhibit similar characters are put into a taxonomic category called as order. Order and other higher taxonomic categories are identified based on the aggregate of characters. Next, we have the class. Class includes related orders. Now let us consider with one example. In the plant kingdoms, orders like malvales, rosales, polymonials, they are all included under one class called as Dicotyledonnae. Now, all the classes which are related, they are included into one division. Like Dicotyledonnae and Monocotyledonnae, both the classes are having few similar characteristics and they are assigned to a higher category of taxonomy which is called as division in case of plants, and in case of animals we call it as phylum. So the Dicotyledonnae and Monocotyledonnae are two classes which are put under the same division. Right, and this division is also called as Spermatophyta or Angiospermae. Next, the highest level of the taxonomic hierarchy is the kingdom. All the divisions belonging to plants are put under one kingdom which is called as plant kingdom. All the divisions belonging to animals are put into one kingdom called as the animal kingdom. So, kingdom is the highest category and species is the lowest category. Again, once again, we can revise here the taxonomic categories. At the lowest level is the species. Similar species constitute the genus. Similar genus constitutes the family. Similar families constitute the order. Similar orders constitute the class. Similar class constitute division. Similar divisions constitute the kingdom, which is the largest and the highest category in the taxonomic hierarchy. Taxonomists have also developed, apart from this taxonomic hierarchy, various subcategories to facilitate sound and scientific placement of various taxa. So, in the hierarchical arrangement of taxonomic categories, common characters keeps on decreasing from species to kingdom, whereas the numbers keeps on increasing from species to kingdom. Characters decrease, numbers increase. Now, let us talk about the various taxonomical aids which help us in identifying, naming and classifying the living organisms. Some of the important taxonomical aids which we are having in the first year intermediate syllabus are herbarium, botanical gardens, museums and key. So these are the four taxonomical aids through which we can understand, identify, give names and classify the plant species present upon the earth. Now let us go one by one. We will learn about herbarium. What does herbarium means? It is nothing but it is a storehouse of collected plant specimens. There you can see in the picture, plant specimens are collected, they are dried, later they are pressed and preserved upon the white sheets. The sheets which are shown in this picture, they are shown having dried and pressed preserved plant specimens. These sheets are arranged according to the universally accepted system of classification. Specimens along with their description on herbarium sheets become the storehouse of information for future use. You can see in this sheet the name of the collector, who collected the specimen, the name of the plant, the family name, the order, the genus, species, the person who has collected the plant and also the locality from which the plant has been collected. All and everything detail is written in this sheet. So the herbarium sheet also help in providing information about the place of collection, local and botanical or scientific names, family and the collector's names. Now, herbariums are a quick referral system in taxonomic studies. Suppose you have identified a new plant or already identified plant is there. How do we know about that? You refer to the herbarium and it becomes easy for us to understand the name of the plant, whether it is a new one or already identified plant. Now, the important herbariums present in the world, the largest herbarium is present in the Royal Botanical Garden at Kew in England. Okay, it is an international center for plant identification. We also have, apart from the physical herbariums, we have the digital herbariums. Now, these digital herbariums are nothing but storing the specimens, their pictures or the digital images and the information about those specimens in the internet or in the computer system. Just like the herbarium sheet, all the information are loaded into the internet and they become the digital herbariums for quick referral for taxonomic understanding. Next taxonomic aid is botanical gardens. Now these gardens, they have the collection of all the living plants for reference and all these plants have been identified. A name plate is put upon the plant with the common name, the biological name and the order and the family which it belongs to. So these botanical gardens will act as the taxonomic aid. Now each plant, as I have already told you, they are labeled, given the scientific names and put into the botanical garden for easy reference. The famous botanical gardens are at Kew, England, Indian Botanical Garden in India at Howrah, National Botanical Research Institute at Lucknow, which is also in India. Some of the important botanical gardens all over the world have been listed over here. From Italy, in India, we have at Bangalore Lal Bagh Botanical Garden, which is very famous. We have at Ooty, that is in Tamil Nadu, Government Botanical Garden. In West Bengal, we have Lloyd's Botanical Garden. And in Sikkim, we have Jawaharlal Nehru Botanical Garden. In Karnataka, Brindavan Garden. They all are famous for holding large amount of plant species where their common names and scientific names are being listed. Now, the third taxonomic aid is museums. Museums are what? They are nothing but collections of the preserved plant and animal specimens in certain preservatives or in certain solutions, and they are preserved there for reference. So, these museums are also an important source of taxonomic studies. You can find different kinds of museums present, popular museums all over the world. The British Museum is present in London. The one museum is present in New York and Paris. In London, there are various kinds of museums which act as the powerful sources of taxonomic aids. Now, some popular museums of our country are also listed here in this list. The next one, taxonomic aid, is called as the key. Now, this is very important taxonomical aid used for identification of plants and animals based upon their similarities and dissimilarities. Now, a key generally is based upon the contrasting characters which are generally present in a pair. If the key is based upon contrasting characters generally present in a pair, remember pair, it is called as couplet, right? So, it represents the choice made between the opposite options, okay? One option is being accepted, the other being rejected. Now, each statement in a key is called as a lead. I told you the contrasting pair of characters in a key is called as couplet, whereas each statement in a key is called as a lead. Now, keys are very analytical in nature. Separate taxonomic keys are required for each taxonomic category which we have studied in the taxonomic hierarchy, like family, genus, species, for identification purpose. Now, some other taxonomical aids apart from the ones which we discussed just now, the herbarium, the museums, the botanical gardens, and also the keys. The other ones are helping in the in identification of the plant species. Like the one is called as flora. What is flora? It is nothing but the actual amount or account of habitat and distribution of plants in a given area. Flora is nothing but the account of the plant species present in a given area. It also acts as a taxonomical aid. Another taxonomical aid is manuals. They help in providing information for identification of names of species found in a particular area. So all the species found in a particular area the information about it is present in a manual. So what is a monograph? Monograph is nothing but non-serial publications with complete information of only single taxon. It may be about the genus or the species or the family, only about a single taxon. The non-serial publication with complete information is present in one volume about one single taxon. It is called as monograph. Catalogs. Catalogs, they are the complete list of alphabetical order. So we can just go through and revise that the taxonomical aids are very important sources of information for identifying the plants, or whether to see whether the plant or the species has been already identified or not. So the taxonomical aids which we learned today, they are as follows: herbarium, botanical gardens, museums and keys. So in a key, there are different things. Like for example, I have told you a contrasting pair of characters in a key is called as a couplet. Each statement in a key is called as a lead. And then we have other sources of taxonomical aids like the flora, the catalog, and we also have and सर ये पहले वाला स्लाइड नहीं आ रहा, नहीं नहीं यहाँ थोड़ा यहाँ पर थोड़ा एडिट करना सर, थोड़ा और एक पहला वाला, हाँ. So other taxonomical aids which we discussed is the flora, the manual, monograph and the catalog. So these taxonomical aids will help in identifying the new species or to know whether the species have been already identified or not. Yeah. अब वो लोग डिवाइड कर